if views are disallowed because they disagree with something that has nothing to do with STEM to begin with, or that is just an extra add-on on top, that being a lot of the DEI stuff. So, you know, I'm really encouraged seeing this, and I encourage you, if you get the opportunity, to register, to see the live stream, take part, and we will be seeing good things, I think, out of this particular conference. Well, happy Halloween, everybody. Pardon me if I'm a little bit in costume, since I'm waiting for trick-or-treaters, given that it is the evening here of Halloween. So I hope you'll pardon me in my mad scientist outfit. Now, that said, I do have some interesting news to discuss. What came recently, courtesy of the College Fix. Now, I actually didn't know about this for a little while. I saw the circulation of it. The Academic Freedom Conference at Stanford is coming up this coming weekend, the 4th and 5th of November. Said to be going to be really, really interesting from what I could tell of it, with a great lineup of speakers, and I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, it's already drawing some ire, as it would, right? In here. Oh, goodness, these things hurt. Hold on a second. The goggles are awesome, but they hurt. Pardon that interruption. And why am I talking about this anyway? Well, the thing, I've said it before and I said it again. Primary goal of being a scientist is the pursuit of the truth. It is the telos, if you will. The other component here, though, that matters to that is being able to speak freely, having different diverse viewpoints involved, different worldviews involved, so that you can pursue the truth. Because when free speech falls apart, there comes an issue where you start limiting what can be looked at. You have no pursuit of the truth. In other words, you have perpetuation of different things, perpetuation of narratives, and the like. And so it's really, really encouraging to see something like this start to happen. I unfortunately cannot attend. I've got other things going on that weekend, but I will hopefully catch up with it later and see some of the live streams and what have you, and check it out when I get the chance. But it's already drawn a little bit of ire, as reported by the College Fix, and even though the event hasn't even happened yet. Academic Freedom Conference at Stanford to unite big-name conservatives and liberals for free speech. 2-day event set for early November has already drawn condemnations and criticisms. An Academic Freedom Conference slated for early November at Stanford University will feature venerable scholars from both left and right who have one thing in common: the desire to see freedom of thought and expression flourish at their institutions of higher learning. Exactly. And I very much want to see it flourish in the scientific disciplines, and continue to thrive that way, because it matters when you're talking about the pursuit of the truth. The lineup of speakers includes well-known scholars who have either conservative, centrist, liberal, or libertarian, but who have established themselves as leading voices against an orthodoxy strangling free speech and dissent on campus. The goal of the conference, hosted at Stanford Graduate School of Business, is to buoy its invitation-only audience of faculty members from across the nation to head back to their campuses ready to stand up for academic freedom, open inquiry, and freedom of speech. With that, the 2-day event has already prompted controversy and ad hominem attacks, as more than 30 Stanford professors from a variety of fields asked the university to, quote, distance itself from the conference. Quote, the organizers have in fact gone out of their way to create a hermetically sealed event, safe from any and all meaningful debate filled with self-affirmation and self-congratulation, an event where racism is given shelter and immunity. Now, I take a wager that I have not read the statement in full, to be fair. But ad hominems are unwelcomed with this. And I think, the irony of a free speech conference is that the idea here, you may have to have the freedom of speech to think about whether you should have the freedom of speech, or whether or not that is a fundamental right. or whether or not it's important in scholarship and science. But let me see here if I can't open this up. Ah, yes, here it is. The Academic Freedom Conference itself, this schedule. Jonathan Haidt, why it has gotten harder to find the truth. Academic freedom in STEM. These names may be very familiar to the followers on this channel. Professor Anna Krylov, Luana Moroja, I apologize if I mispronounced the name, Mimi St. John's, and Jerry Coyne. Peter Thiel is here. Richard Lowry, Dorian Abbott. Dorian may be familiar to you. Those of you who've been on this channel, you've noticed it before. John Hasnas. Peter, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Archidiacono? Not sure. Lunch with Lee Gissem. Are the Humanities Liberal? How to Liberate Them? Solvig Gold, Joseph Manson, John Rose, Neil Ferguson, John Cochrane, Tyler Cohen, John M. Ellis, Gad Sad, amazing Gad Sad, Eric Kaufman, Breakfast, Steve Kuhn and Bjorn Lomberg, oh yeah, Jay Bhattacharya and John Ioannidis, Douglas Murray, Greg Lukianoff, the list goes on with lots of really good speakers. And yeah, something for the record, these speakers are not all conservative. For dang sure. I know that full well from following a bunch of them. So I suspect that if I were there, we would have some substantive disagreements. But we do all agree on one particular thing, that freedom of speech is essential. Freedom of speech is essential for me for me. It works in the climate world and in STEM. It is absolutely fundamental to the pursuit of the truth. So I am actually really, really thrilled. That's why I wanted to give these guys a shout out real quick. If I can't be there in person, I might as well give them a shout out to say, look, this is something to watch out for. This is a great thing to see it happen. And I hope a lot of the professors and faculty and staff that'll go there will be going back to their respective universities and pushing more for academic freedom. Back to the other article. Asked if the furor over the conference is an attempt to get it canceled, UT Austin finance professor Richard Lowry said it may be. Quote, I'm reasonably certain that they would very much like the conference to not take place, though it is of course possible they have other motives. But in general, the philosophy of the campus left is that dissenting ideas should not be allowed to be expressed on campus, said Lowry, who is scheduled to speak on practical solutions to attain academic freedom. Organizers also recently decided to live stream the event to quell the criticisms and concerns. Yes, I do believe... Where is that? Register for the live stream. Yes. So yeah, if you would like to watch this live when it happens, I will make sure this is linked for you in the description, and I will send a couple of tweets to make sure it's also promoted. I encourage you to watch. Encourage you to follow along, because I think it's going to be pretty dang awesome. Let's see. But California Association of Scholars Chairman John Ellis called denunciations of the conference totally dishonest. Quote, a large number of progressives were invited and they all declined to come. Ellis said, having declined to come, they then complain about their absence. This is... progressives may be one thing, and I don't know that you can necessarily put progressive and... I don't know that you can equate progressive and postmodern as being the same philosophical worldview, philosophy and worldview kind of thing. But postmodernists generally view debate as upholding the status quo, and hence they don't like to engage in it at all. Or at least that's from the postmodernist philosophy. So that's kind of where it's a problem here. And one of the reasons you might have a lot of folks who are more postmodern in their worldviews decline to attend. Quote, there's no viewpoint diversity on campuses, Ellis added, and now they come forward with a straight face and criticize the conference for silencing debate. The event does include many thinkers who identify as either Democrat, traditional liberal, centrists, including New York University professor Jonathan Haidt, and the president of the something I would like to know, since he's at NYU, I would love to know what Jonathan Haidt thought of Maitland Jones being fired. I'd actually love to know that. I'd be curious to hear what he thought of that. And maybe he said something and I missed it, but I would be very curious to know. And the president of the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, Greg Lukianoff. The two co-authored The Coddling of the American Mind. Excellent book, by the way. Another panelist is Jerry Coyne, professor emeritus of biology at the University of Chicago, who maintains the popular blog Why Evolution is True. Be aware that some speakers have been extensively canceled or demonized, but refuse to be tarred by going to the same meeting with them, so please refrain from that. I'm confused. That statement didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I probably misread it. But there's a lot of great speakers. Oh boy. A lot of great speakers who are speaking how they overcame the cancel culture kind of thing, and the like here, and it's really going to be a fantastic event, I think. And I really wish I could be there in person myself, though I will try to register to at least watch some of the live stream when I can, in the midst of other events going on. But I am absolutely thrilled, and I think this is going to be a great event. And it's really, really encouraging, particularly, where is it? To see, not that one. Where's the one? There it is. It is very, very encouraging to see. Wow, an undergrad student? An undergrad student. Hot damn. Hot damn. You know, honey, that's worth a clap or two, because that is tough to do as an undergrad. I give a lot of props. That is very tough as an undergrad to get out there and stick up for things like this. So bravo to you. And likewise, Anna, of course, and Luana and Jerry, they are all fantastic. And seeing this kind of thing coming pushback from STEM fields in particular, is heartening. So I'm really thrilled to see this. I am hopeful that it will be an excellent kind of thing. And the reason I'm so thrilled by this is diversity of thought matters a crap ton to the progress of STEM fields in particular. And you cannot have that if you start silencing, if not silencing, if views are disallowed because they disagree with something that has nothing to do with STEM to begin with, or that is just an extra add-on on top, that being a lot of the DEI stuff. So, you know, I'm really encouraged seeing this, and I encourage you, if you get the opportunity, to register, to see the live stream, take part, and we will be seeing good things, I think, out of this particular conference. I look forward to seeing the outcomes of it, and maybe if I get the chance to watch some of the live stream, I will recap it. Oh, before I forget, for those of you who are here, there will be no content next week because I am on travel, and that will be all I can say about that. But I will return the following week, the week of November 14th. And the week of Thanksgiving, I will not be present either. But anyway, that's it for now. If you like this video, hit the like button on the way out the door, comment on the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I hope you get to really, really, please share and let folks know that this is going on. I think it's a great thing, and you should hang out and watch the Academic Freedom Conference. You may hear things you disagree with, and that's quite likely. But you need this kind of event to happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes of it. And props to all of you guys at the Academic Freedom Conference organizers. All of you putting it together. We appreciate it. We think you're awesome. Well, I think you're awesome anyway. I can't speak for the rest of the world, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be fabulous and a great opportunity to offer some pushback here with all this. So that's it for now. I hope you all stay curious.